What's up, Sag? Let's see what Message Spirit has for you for the next 48 hours. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sagittarius placements. I was getting, you guys can miss a call while you're in the shower. You may have to explain to somebody you were in the shower. I'm hearing, I was in the shower, baby. I don't know what that is or why I hear it like that, but it just feels like, I don't know, you could be dating someone and they're just like, why didn't you answer my call? You're like, I was in the shower, baby. Like, what do you mean? Like, so there's something here about being nonchalant. Even if someone is like freaking out, it just feels like you're having to confirm something to someone. Also, too, I was picking up on like a China doll or a doll of some sort. You could use the word doll. Someone could call you doll in the next 48 hours. There's something here also about doll. Also, Forest. Either there's someone named Forest, you like the name Forest, you like the color Forest. Forrest Gump is your favorite movie, but there's just something here about Forest as well. Yeah, that's what I got. All right, next 48. You guys got the Four of Cups. You got the Queen of Cups. Got the Ace of Swords. Then you got the Fool. And then you got the Strength card here. So all three fire signs got the Strength card here. So you guys could all be on the same wavelength. I find that happens a lot where it's like, doesn't matter how I shuffle, like if the same card comes out, it just feels like the particular signs are going to be going through something. I feel like in the next 48, you guys could be biting your tongue on something, or just not expressing how you truly feel towards someone or towards a certain situation, especially with this Judgment card here, okay? And yeah, look, even more confirmation. The Sun, Leo season. So again, I just feel like you guys could be holding back or biting your tongue or not being 100% honest with someone for fear that they may look at you differently, or it's not even a fear. Some of you guys are just trying to avoid the drama. You're like, whatever. It almost feels like you're letting a friend do something stupid because you've given them advice after advice after advice, and they're just kind of like, they're doing what they want anyway. So in a way, like, yeah, she looks happy, but ignorance is bliss is what I'm hearing, okay? So you guys could be letting someone learn the lesson like the hard way, despite your efforts to like try to coach them or try to advise them out of a situation. They're gonna do it anyways, and they're just like, they're just so happy. They're like, oh my god, this is like the best thing ever. And you're just like, enjoy while it lasts, I guess. I try to tell you, you know. And so there's just something here about that, okay? You guys could be giving advice to the people around you or friends, or there's just something here about you guys. But yeah, you guys could be definitely holding back in the next 48. You can also, like I said, be biting your tongue. You could be standing your ground. Some of you guys may have to stand your ground against somebody. Yeah, this is like this is like you guys having conviction. This is like if you're trying to advise a friend and they're coming at you, they're combating you. You're like, listen, the only reason I'm telling you is because I went through this. And it's like the more that they combat you, the more that you're like trying to get the point, but it just feels like it's going nowhere. So then you just bite your tongue. You're like, whatever, go be happy then. And they do for now. With the Four of Cups, you guys could get some sort of disappointing news, or you could just be feeling disappointed in the next 48 hours. Again, this could have something to do with a friend or a family member not heeding your warning, but I don't know. It feels like there's a situation that comes about in the next 48 hours where you're just like, man, that sucks. Like, that didn't turn out. So it's more of a warning, I guess you can say. Also, too, the cup behind her is really standing out to me. Spirit, I feel like, is advising that, like, whatever sucks right now, if you do happen to get some disappointing news or something doesn't pan out the way that you hope in the next 48, Spirit's saying, like, don't worry, like, there's a blessing on the way. There's a reason that this isn't working out. So you do have something that's coming on the way towards you in order to replace whatever this disappointing situation is, okay? With the Queen of Cups, you guys could be in very loving, mothering, nurturing energy here in the next 48. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or that could be you guys. Again, I feel like if you guys are advising friends or you're advising family or whatever, it feels like you guys are being more motherly about it, right? But again, like in the next 48, it just feels like no one's taking your advice, and so you're just like, well, damn, like I'm just trying to help these people. But again, remember, people have to want to help themselves, okay? And so as we all know this, but still sometimes you just can't help wanting to be there for the people that you love and that you care about. And so, like, yeah, you want to put your 2 cents in, yeah, you want to be able to make the difference. And so it just feels like someone here just may not be getting the hint, or just taking your advice seriously. And so again, you're coming from a loving place in the next 48 hours. This doesn't have to be correlated to what I'm saying. This could be towards anything, all right? This could be like you're at work and like your coworkers are having a hard time, and so you guys are like, hey, what's going on? Or this is like you know, someone's having a bad day and you're like, hey, look, let's talk about it. So you're being a friend and you're being nurturing in the next 48 hours when it comes to the people around you. Again, this could be a workplace situation, friends, family. You place it where you need to, okay? With the Ace of Swords, you guys are getting a lot of clarity when it comes to something. You guys could also be realizing that you're more emotional these days than you have been in the past, okay? This feels like you could know someone that's pregnant, or you yourself could be pregnant, but there's just something here about an influx of emotions where like normally you could stand neutral on a situation, but for whatever reason, like you're just more empathetic, and that might feel a little weird to you because you're like, oh, normally I don't care, but I find myself caring. So there could be something here about that. Also too, I feel like someone here is bringing some sort of enlightening news in the next 48 hours. You can also see lightning, that like wherever you are, you could get a random rainstorm. If you see lightning, that's just confirmation of this reading. But it just feels like you guys are enlightened by something or someone in the next 48 hours. And again, you guys could be learning like how to become more in touch with your emotions at this point in time, because at this point in time it's expected or required of you to do so. So there could be a situation that's coming up that's going to require your complete empathy, right? It's going to require you to have that emotional maturity, when to do something, when to feel something, when not to, right? So again, there's like triggers, like good and bad, but I feel like there's definitely there's quality coming in, but there's also enlightenment coming at this point in time. Clarity is what I was trying to say. You could have something coming in of value, of quality, something about quality time. Others of you in the next 48, you could experience a new beginning. This is like you starting a new job, or maybe this is your regular job, but you're starting a new position. Also too, you guys could be open to like a new like adventure. This is going somewhere that you'd never been before. I feel like you guys are very lighthearted about this. You guys could be excited. If there is a new beginning for you guys in the next 48, this is you moving into a new place. This is you boxing up where you're at and then moving, right? So you could be leaving a current location, moving towards a new one. This could be your last day. The next 48 could be like someone's last day of work, and then you're off to like your new job. So there is opportunity that's looking to find you in the next 48 hours. You just have to be keen to that. And so it just feels like, again, I told you guys we weren't going to see the high priestess, right? But for whatever reason, I feel like this has a lot to do with your intuition. So again, it didn't pop out in this reading. I told you guys it wouldn't anymore. Had that feeling, but yeah, it just feels like again, with that Ace of Swords, it's about clarity, right? It's about believing in your own intuition and moving forward and all that. But I feel like something is definitely leading you towards a new beginning. It's up to you to figure out what that is and how to utilize that. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Hopefully this helps and resonates. I'll catch you in the next one.